All right, so it seems to be the case that there are constant developments, at least up until now, between this whole Jesse Lee Peterson and Kyle Kulinski thing. It's sort of getting weird at this point because it's almost like okay, is the debate gonna happen or not? And we'll see. But uh, Jesse Lee Peterson, to give context here, Jesse Lee Peterson's former producer and troll went to Politicon, attempted to gotcha Kyle by saying, hey, I invited you on the show, but you wouldn't come on, and you're calling out Ann Coulter for dodging a debate with you. And so basically he's insinuating, hey, you're a hypocrite. And so Kyle responds saying, I floated a debate with Jesse Lee Peterson, and he declined, therefore overriding the troll's point. Now, Jesse Lee Peterson responded to that in video format, saying no, he's lying, and saying that no, I never received an invitation, I never received a proposal or anything to do a debate with you, and so it's just not true. And although he called him a liar, he also said, I don't want to completely call him a liar, giving small marginal possibility that basically there was a disconnect and it never reached him. Although, saying that, yeah, there's a chance that he did actually float the debate, but it never made it to me. And he proceeded to sing the Float On song or whatever and say, hi, my name is Larry. And then Kyle reveals texts that show that he did indeed float the debate idea, but it just, he took the route of saying, you know what, I believe you, Jesse, that it never reached you because I believe that you're someone who would not dodge that, and I was actually shocked. Out of all of them, I was most surprised by you backing out. And it makes sense because, again, as I explained before, Jesse Lee Peterson is in a position now where no one takes him seriously. So he has the leeway to do whatever the hell he wants because no one cares what he does. There's no taking Jesse Lee Peterson down. The dude's a joke. There's nothing to take down. He's an imbecile. He's a fucking moron. And so this whole saga has been going on. There's been a lot of developments. It's getting kind of weird. This step is kind of weird here. So Jesse Lee Peterson was doing his radio show, and a caller called in and asked him about Kyle Kulinski. Now, of course, he takes live calls during his radio show, and this guy is going to ask him about whether or not this debate between Kyle and Jesse Lee Peterson is going to happen. So the clip you guys are about to watch is indeed a response from Jesse Lee Peterson to Kyle Kulinski. Check it out.
All livers are weak.
There's one fellow by the name of Kyle Kulinski, and I heard you guys were supposed to debate at Politicon, and I heard it didn't get to you or something like that.
Who is that?
Kyle Kulinski of Secular Talk. You actually mentioned him on air a few days ago.
Oh, the guy that said that he had wanted to debate me, and he had put the word out there, but it never got to me or something. He at one point, it sounded like he thought I had rejected it, but I didn't know anything about it. That guy?
Yeah. So
you are a beta.
I'm actually not even a fan of Kyle.
You are a beta.
No, I'm actually not. I actually don't even like Kyle, but I just...
Why don't you like him?
Debate. Well, because I find him to be a godless heathen.
But you shouldn't dislike him, though. You could disagree, but don't dislike him.
Well, the reason is this.
Hold on, Richard. To be fair to you, hold on. Back in a moment. So, Richard.
Yes, Jesse.
My producer told me that Kyle Kulinski, that's who you're referring to, right?
Yes, you're correct.
Apparently, he did another video acknowledging that maybe I didn't know because I did not know he had wanted to debate me. I would have loved to do it. And it never got down to my handlers either. They had no idea. So it seemed as though Kyle talked to Politicon about debating me, but they never passed it down to us.
Yeah, that he mentioned that. I was just curious, seeing as he issued a new offer on your terms, a debate, an interview, any format you want. He'd be happy to come on your show. You think you'll be having him on the show?
I don't know. It's possible. I haven't given that much thought, and it's nice of him to want to do it. I appreciate that. And maybe we will. I don't know.
All right, that's good to hear.
You would like for me to debate him?
Yeah, I think it would be an interesting conversation
Well, Richard,
or debate.
were you at Politicon this past year?
No, I didn't make it. I watched it, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate your suggestion. We're always looking for suggestions from people who would like to, see on my show. So I'll definitely look into that.
Yeah, and by the way, like I see in the chat, a lot of people are trying to say I'm a liberal and I'm a beta. I actually agree more with you than I do with Kyle.
Yeah, no, you're not a liberal. You're a nice
it's pretty
guy.
hilarious.
I think because I'm messing with you, they probably see it. But no, you're a nice guy. I can tell.
Alrighty then. All right, that was about it, though.
Richard, I appreciate you. Call me again.
All right then. Have a good day.
And so
man.
I'm gonna look
Goodbye.
into that. We may get Kyle on. I wasn't. One of my interns knew of him, the way this whole thing came about, and apparently in their planning, Dylon, he knew about Kyle, and so in the planning of the shows, they tried to get Kyle to come on. I had no idea at the time who he was, and it didn't work out. So one thing has led to another. So we'll try to get him on. Maybe we'll do it.
Alrighty then. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Richard.
All right, so as you guys just saw, that was, oh my God, there's some stuff to say. There's not quite a bit of stuff to say, but holy smokes, I have to say, while recording this part of the video, I started laughing uncontrollably, and so I had to stop and re-record this. Oh my God, I just started dying uncontrollably of laughter. This dude is such a meme. It's a 3.5-minute clip. Is it possible to watch a Jesse Lee Peterson clip without the birth of a new meme? We basically just got a new meme right there, man. I couldn't stop laughing. I have to control myself. So, okay, so just randomly in the middle of the call, the guy is like, oh, like, are you going to debate Kyle? Because the question makes sense, right? Because we know that basically Kyle and Jesse Lee have been supposed to get a debate going ever since it fell through for whatever reason it was over at Politicon. And so the guy asks him about Kyle, and Jesse Lee just randomly screams, so you are a beta! You are a beta! Oh my God, that was hilarious. I pray to God you guys got the same laugh that I did. That was a wholehearted, just hearty, natural laugh. Wow. And then these calls are so awkward because it's Jesse Lee Peterson who's the one who's controlling the call. So how do you think it's going to end up? Oh my God, it's so cringy because this guy is trying to explain himself, saying that, no, dude, I'm not a fan of Kyle. I'm your fan. I'm just trying to inquire about whether or not you're going to do the debate. And then, oh my God, that was funny as hell, man. And then later on, you see in the video, the guy's trying to explain himself because I think the degenerate chat that exists within Jesse Lee Peterson's audience was calling him like a soy boy, lip cuck beta male. And he's like, dude, I agree with you more. Like, I'm your fan. Oh, man, this is the stupidity like we're dealing with here. This is the pure comedy. We're watching an unironic Clayton Bigsby skit, except it's unironic. I mean, Dave Chappelle's obviously playing a character there. This is a real life Clayton Bigsby, because in the beginning of the video, they're talking about like things like Black History Month, and he's literally advocating for a White History Month. Now the obvious rebuttal to, oh, well, why don't we have, White History Month? Every day is White History Day. Every single day. That's what history is. So obviously it's a dumb idea in the first place. But oh man, this guy is pure comedy, man. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't know why anybody would call into the show, and how can you be a fan of Jesse Lee Peterson after watching that? You have to be a special, kind of stupid to be like, oh yeah, man, I'm an unironic fan. Because although I say that no one takes him seriously, I'm talking about the general masses of the people, right? The majority of people. The majority of people are not going to take this guy seriously, even online, believe it or not. However, this dude does have a really dumb audience, although it may be pretty small compared to others. He has fans. He does, that's insane to think about. It's unfathomable. It really is unfathomable. But anyways, to the question of will Jesse Lee Peterson do the debate, I was actually pretty confident in the idea that Jesse Lee Peterson would do the debate. Now you may be asking why. The reason is because when he says he's not afraid to debate someone, I believe anyone. I believe him. And the reason I rationalize that is because he, again, is someone who no one takes seriously. When I say no one, I mean no one except for the little tiny pocket of people who are his fans, which no one takes seriously because they are deranged in some sort. And so he is in a position where it's impossible to lose. Impossible to lose. He can't lose. There's no way to take Jesse Lee Peterson down. He's sort of in a Trump position right now where you just can't take him down. It's impossible no matter what, because the stuff that he already says is so ridiculous and stupid that how are you going to take him down with what he says? I mean, if he still has a platform while he's saying all that dumb shit, how are you going to take him down? You can't. The answer is you can't. So I genuinely believed him. I believed him. But it's increasingly clear that this may or may not happen. I don't know. I want to know your guys' thoughts down below, because honestly, I'm really confused at this point. We know that he re-had David Pakman on live in studio, or in the church is where his studio is, I believe, for his The Fallen State show. And so I still think it'll end up happening, but you know, how long can these drag on? How long can these go on for? How long can these continue to go? You know, it just seems to get kind of weird now. But I want to reiterate this. I don't get tired of watching these clips. We just got a new meme birthed. I mean, you're going to see like little, you know, I post like tiny meme clips. Those are going to be posted. So, oh man, we just keep getting free memes out of this guy, man. This is like communism. Just get free stuff. Just kidding, of course. But anyways, the point here being Jesse Lee Peterson, I thought was for sure going to debate him. At this point, not so sure. I really honestly don't know at this point. But you guys let me know what you guys think is going to go down. Do you guys think it's going to happen or not? I honestly, truly, I really don't know.